goes the record.
Hmm?
And you're good to go.
What mommy gonna pull up?
What's the good news, family? This is Andre Ebron, the founder and the host of the Drawing Board podcast. You know, I always promise you quality information from quality guests. Tonight, we have the pleasure, like we have had for the last couple of months, October, November, now December, rocking out with Wally Richburg McCaskill, better known as King Darius, better known as Wally Sales at Atlanta, the realtor, better known as the founder and the owner of the Viger Group, better known, the list goes on and on. Listen, we're talking about ownership. Welcome to the show, my brother.
What's up, bro? See, you done your research. You know all my aliases.
Hey, yes, sir. Let's go. From everything from luxury style beds to, starting S Corp, C Corps, LLCs, from, managing Fortune 5 to managing vast financial portfolios to, being over there, making sure you're handling business at the University of America. I mean, hey, listen. Whether you're at the Louvre, wherever we catch you at, man. I don't know whether I'm gonna see you with a turban on or whether I'm gonna see you with a Detroit cap. Listen, you're so versatile. Yeah, you're so versatile, man. So we'll jump right to it, man. When you're getting ready to talk about the bag, you might as well get straight to business, right?
Yeah.
And so
I brought
tonight,
something out for you too. I brought something out for you today too. Yeah, so you can check it out. Just a little inspiration, bro.
Oh yeah, hey, let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I was going through your page, man, and I saw when Jeezy was rocking the Soul Monkey shirt, the Sinister Monkey, and it was inspirational, man, just especially on the merchandising tip, because I'm grateful to your organization, to your company for helping us realize at the Drawing Board, for helping us realize our dream of merchandising the artwork that was painted by Fresh Laundry at the Drawing Board Experience on 2019. So you helped us, man, from concept to execution, from making sure we customized it with custom tags, from making sure that we had the cards in there. We printed an exclusive amount. So we still have some. You better get it while it lasts. There's only 36 shirts like this made in the entire world. So right now, tap in, go to thedrawingboardnation.com. Make sure you get yours /shop. And listen, if you have a concept or idea that you want to bring to fruition, only if you're serious about your dream, only if you're serious about your vision, only if you're serious about your goals, I want you to go to the Viger Group right now, thevigergroup.com. But this is not if you are half doing it. This is not if you are just interested. This is if you are ready to take action. If you are about that action, if you are about manifesting what you see in your spirit, contact Darius right now. Go to thevigergroup.com and make sure you manifest what it is that you believe. You know why?
That's
because the world needs it.
Hey,
the world needs it.
Bro, inspire, motivate, and transform. It's right behind you, bro. That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
It is. Inspiring. That was very inspiring.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Hey, that's how it is whenever we connect. So, D, man, listen, the world is changing at such a vast and a rapid rate. And what I want to make sure that our audience, that we're in the flow of things. One of my good friends told me something, D. They said, Dre, they said we have to start having conversations with people who already know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right. That's true. And bro, I'm glad. And we actually spoke about this. What was it, about a couple of days ago, which kind of led me to bring on this topic. Just focusing on the digital economy, man. But I think we were just talking about, I believe it was jobs. That conversation we were having with jobs, and we were like, man, I hate to say it, bro, but those old jobs, they're gone. they're not coming back. We've really just propelled ourselves into the whole digital economy. Before it was half, then it was leading to 3/4. We're there all the way. And there's no debating what's going to happen, what's going on. We can see it right now with our children. You know, our children working remotely. We can see it right now how Amazon is booming. Like Amazon has changed the whole face of not just e-commerce, bro, but just macroeconomics and microeconomics as a whole. You know, like it's started from a book website.
Right.
So now you're ordering your groceries, you're ordering your TVs, you're ordering, I mean, anything you can think of is there. So welcome to the digital economy. We here, you know?
Yes, sir. So break it down, man, for some of our novice listeners, just so we can get a good foundation of what a digital economy actually is.
Okay.
What is like the true heart definition? What is a digital economy?
Well, a digital economy is basically, if you think about, we used to say this back in the 60s, back in the 60s and the 70s, you would see how there was a strong black economy. You know, you had an economy that consists of lawyers, doctors. In Detroit, we had a lot of plant workers. So we also had a lot of black businesses, small black businesses. So when one person gets paid, that dollar may go to the business down the street. Then that dollar may go to the lawyer. That dollar may go to the doctor. That dollar may go to buying autos. You know, and then it leaves the neighborhood. But the dollar was circulating through our economy, our black economy, a lot more times than it's doing now. So now, if you look at that, that was like basically the economy, the local economy. Now things is transformed. You know, so
Yeah.
now we have the digital economy. Digital economy is an economy that's moving with the internet. You can just say internet money, buying internet products, and that's being shipped to people. And not only just internet money, I mean, you can see it in the churches now. The churches are operating in a digital economy. People pay their tithes online. You know, people are watching now, they're going and watching church on you know, digitally. You know, going on Zoom conferences, going on watching it streaming. So everything is transformed into a digital economy. And what it is a great opportunity for us. And I think that's one of the things that we have to really focus our eyes on, is that it's opportunity. Yeah, we may have lost some, but look at the opportunity. We need to basically get our minds transformed to the point where we see opportunity, and the digital economy will bring forth a lot of opportunity for our people.
Yeah, I believe that. You know what's interesting, man? I think there's some statistic out there that says about 90 something percent of Americans actually have a smartphone or device in their hand.
Right.
And what I find ironic, though, is the use of that device for things that are beneficial to the growth of our people, right? So how is it that over 90 something percent of Americans have the device, but how we're employing the technology is grossly different, right? So when we talk about being part of this digital economy, when we're talking about how the African-American dollar circulates less time in our community than any other community, but other communities are grossly benefiting because it is our spending dollars that actually motivate and improve the economy. My question, how is it that, and why is it imperative and important for us to shift our use of that technology to increase the circulation of that dollar within our community? What are some of the effects, potential effects that could happen if we change the way that we're circulating that dollar?
Well, I mean, if you really look at it, I mean, things primarily is going to come to basically a supply and demand. So when you focus on basically like this supply and demand, right? Let's say for right now, we were just talking about the shirts. So let's say when I launched Soul Monkey, right? Soul Monkey I started off from a storefront. So my target audience, my target demographics was the people probably like within a 50-mile radius, right? Of the store. That provided the necessary income for me to keep this business going on. So then we took our sales and we took our products and we started selling online. So that basically broadened our demographics. So it made us being able to sell in California, even made us allowed us to be able to sell overseas. So from there, we started to grow. Now think about this, bro. The 36 shirts that you just said you launched, right? 36
Yes, sir.
shirts you said for you what you putting together and you launched. Now, those 36 shirts can easily transform to a million shirts, and a million being a limited supply. You see what I'm saying? So the supply and demand changes because what? You have a greater audience. Now if your audience, now say if you start setting your ads and putting your ads on Facebook, running your ads on Instagram, utilizing ads manager like I was speaking to you about a couple weeks ago. As you saw, as your audience start to grow, right? So
That's right.
you're focusing on your demographics. Your audience is 1 million, 2 million, depending on the type of audience, depending on the type of demographics, depending on the type of interest, sports, business, schools, whatever may have you. So as that starts to increase, you got to turn those numbers up because now you're presenting yourself to a whole array of people that you never saw before, that you never knew existed. So that's what's going to happen. And this is the kicker right here. As we begin to accumulate more dollars digitally, this is how we can transform and become better as a people as a whole and give us more economic stability and also more economic power. As that money starts to come and accumulate, now what do we do with that money? That's when we start taking care of our neighborhoods. That's when we start building up our future generations to come. That's when we start taking ownership, as we talked about before. And from there, that's when we gain freedom. That's that freedom right there, bro. So we have to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. So, man, after we have acquired it, after we have purposed it and given it legs and feet and got a chance to see how it's impacting and affecting our community, the question is, how do I engage this digital economy in a way that I can begin to see some tangible results? If I'm a novice in the game, let's say that I've decided that I want to engage with some type of product or I want to make some type of investment. What do you think is the best avenue? Let's just say I'm a beginner. I don't have a product. I don't have a service. I don't have a business, but I want to get into the digital economy and I want to begin to flex my muscles in the game. What is the low threshold of entry? What should I do first?
Well, for me, the easiest form of entry is into the digital economy is actually getting involved with a platform that already exists. Let me see, back in, when was this? 2002, that's when 2002, 2003. I believe that's when I launched my first, when I really started getting into the digital game, and that was through eBay. I started learning how to buy low, sell high, whether it's what we were doing. We were actually buying, pallets. We were buying pallets, and then taking things and then turning around and selling them on eBay. And that was almost 20 years ago. So that platform provided basically, it provided a platform for me to buy and sell and also to me to bring in a lucrative income. So now as we transform the 5G generation, you have more and more and more platforms that are starting. Silicon Valley is launching them out like left and right. All day you're hearing IPOs launching right now, and that's during the pandemic. So if we focus on these different platforms, let's say Turo, sharing vehicles, let's say Airbnb, sharing homes, let's say Uber, providing necessary transportation to get you here and there. Let's say Uber, what is it? Uber Foods, DoorDash, food. You know what I mean? So basically, these platforms are forming to not only, I think people like to say, "Oh, that's a gig or my part-time hustle or my side hustle." Well, when you really think about it, it is the side hustles that release you from your day-to-day and allows you that freedom. And that's what we need. It wasn't until I started having freedom, started having the ability to come and do as I please, do this, do that. and that's when my mind would start, my mind got activated. You understand what I'm saying? So once your mind get activated, that's when those thoughts come. You start thinking more creatively, and then you can start forming platforms for yourself. Like now, I'm seeing a lot of people jump on, what is this? It's Club Room. You know, like
Right.
6 or 7 people hit me up, like, yo, bro, you got to get on Club Room. Things are getting activated. Like now it's time to get activated, bro. And I think people, the crazy thing is, like, it's a double-edged sword with social media, because social media can actually distract you. But when you really think about this, bro, a whole nother world opens up, man. And you start seeing this for what it's worth. It is a lot of customers out here in the world that you can provide services and products for.
Absolutely. And I think that to get more in depth of what you're talking about, there are strategies out there that will show somebody how to attract the right clients. There are services that your organization provides to help nail down who is your ideal, like who's your avatar. It was funny, I was having a conversation with somebody, and language matters, right? So I was like, when you build out your customer profile, they said, bro, listen, we don't use customer profile anymore. We use your avatar. What is the avatar?
Right.
Exactly. And I think those that are looking, especially when they are starting with abundance and wanting to grow it, or starting with a limited supply and wanting to invest in and watch it grow. I think a good place, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, I think a good place probably to start where it's comfortable for someone is to invest in some of the service that you personally are engaged in. So if you are a person who Ubers, you know that is a safe investment because, hey, you're involved in that. So your use of that product actually causes for your own money to increase.
Absolutely.
You think that is a good place to start?
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. That was actually the strategy that got me started into to really investing in stocks, and that's the same philosophy I give to my daughter. I'm like, oh, she's like, let's go to Starbucks. Let's go to Starbucks. Okay. So for every time we go to Starbucks, you got to make sure you buying Starbucks stock, because you want ownership. Not only you are consume, but you got to be able to produce as well. And with that money that you're making and the residual that you're getting from Starbucks, there you go. Now you can produce, whether it's allowing you to go to college. You know what I'm saying? The money that as your portfolio grows, it's allowing you to go to college to pay for school, so that now that you can become a producer. So those are some of the things that I always say, man. Like if I'm rocking Jordans, best believe I'm investing in Nike first. I'm gonna buy Nike stock before I buy Jordans. Before any product that I own, bro, I buy stock in it. Now I may not hold it forever, but I'm gonna see to it that I'm making a profit. I have to turn a liability to an asset, brother. And that's one thing that I tell all of us. Like, all of my peoples, I'm down my sister's throat with it too. I'm like, yo, okay, you wanna, you wanna shop. I know we want to be fly. You want to do that? That's cool. But turn these liabilities to assets, bro. Because as long as these are turned into assets, you're giving yourself peace of mind. You're giving yourself freedom, and it's not going to happen overnight, but it's a gradual effect that, that every day you're taking that step, and it's taking you to the promised land, brother.
So, yes, sir. So, listen, converting liabilities into assets, that's the challenge that we're putting out there for every listener today. Look at what you have on right now. Look at what you have on right now. And whatever you have on, my challenge to you, especially because this stimulus money is getting ready to drop, my challenge to you is to invest in what you have on or what you consume the most. So before you become a consumer, that you've already taken the position of a producer and invested in that stock, because clearly you, along with probably 10 of your closest friends, are consuming that product as a whole.
Right. Absolutely.
So let me ask you, man, who and what is driving, and what industry specifically is driving the digital economy the fastest and in the greatest way?
I mean, of course, I have to say Amazon. First, I have to say Amazon, and then because it's, oh my God, just like the market share is just crazy, bro. it's just crazy, man. Like, you know how many millionaires that Amazon has produced? I mean, and I was thinking about this, bro. I'm driving Sunday. Where was I? I was heading to take my friend to the airport. He just got up out of here and moved to Mexico. And I was like, whoa. I'm like, bro,
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna take you to the airport. Move his
Yeah.
family to Mexico. You know what I mean? So
Right.
so as I'm getting ready to turn on the interstate, bro, remember it's Sunday. You don't see no UPS trucks. You don't see no FedEx trucks. You know what I mean? It's Sunday. You may see a
Right.
couple post office trucks circling around. I think they're doing like EMS as far as like the overseas packages that may come in. But as I get ready to turn on the interstate, I saw about 40, then turning 50 Amazon cargo trucks pulling up, bro. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It doesn't matter, rain, sleet, or snow. That product is gonna get there from A to Z. They said it. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
when you see that, think about it. These cargo vans are owner operated locally. You see what I'm saying? The
Right.
individuals that are working in there, you know. So the thing is, it's like, man, when you see it, also you look at it, the people that are sending to the fulfillment. These are small businesses that are growing. So it's just amazing that how one man's inspiration. This guy over here teasing me. He see my car, so
Right. He's
he's
trying
trying
to
to
rev
rev
up.
up.
I hear
Yeah,
you.
he's trying to rev up. You see? but
Yes, sir.
it's crazy how one man's mind and one man's eager ability to just to shoot for the moon has caused others to benefit, and that's just marvelous, bro. That's marvelous, man.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly, D. And I think the model, what you mentioned in the beginning, as an entrepreneur, Amazon leads the way in diversifying the products and the services that they offer.
Right,
Uh,
right,
and,
right,
and that creates, more revenue streams and the
right,
ability to bring on people to manage those
right,
different things. So,
right.
whether
Absolutely.
people are selling spatulas on there
Right,
or like me, I'm Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. So I
right,
publish through
right,
Amazon,
right, right,
mass distribute my books through Amazon.
right,
So
right.
not to mention that, go get the books, the drawing board, and
Go get
mind your
that.
business before you get the books. And
Yeah,
then looking at how making sure that we are prioritizing being a producer over a consumer.
right,
Understand.
right,
Here's a question that I have for you, D, because there's such a technological divide between certain communities. Like, how
right.
can we ensure like just a real brass tacks, like push B, push C? Like, if somebody said tonight I want to take action and enter the digital market in a way that's
Mm-hmm,
advantageous for me,
mm-hmm,
turning a liability into an asset, what would
right.
you tell them to do to push right now?
Right now, first I'll tell you, if you're gonna press that button, whether it's myself, whether it's somebody else, first you gotta press that button within yourself. Activation. You got to activate yourself first. You need to determine, and this will anything. Don't think because I can sell products online that this is going to be a lot easier than hand to hand. Or remember, we used to pop the trunk and you selling tapes or anything out of there. Anything that you do, first and foremost, you better have a sincere belief in, because belief is what's going to carry you through. Belief is what's going to enable you to ride that roller coaster. You see what I'm saying? So once you transform your mind, body, and spirit, and you ready, and you say, okay, hey, it's time to transform my mind. Let me go and hit that button. Then I may answer back. Well, I will answer back, and then I'll just start off saying, hey, this is what we're gonna do. You know, what product are you looking to do? What service are you looking to do? And I'm just want to I want to bring about one thing, and I'll give a shout out right quick to my homeboy Jabari Hayes. You got to check out his movie, his documentary that he put out called Miles in a Life. And I'm bringing that up because he had an idea. He was inspired to create this documentary about his life and what happened and how it can transform others. And by doing that, now his documentary just hit 1 million views on YouTube in less than 2 months. Less than 2 months. It's on Amazon, Tubi TV, and I believe it's on one other platform. But the reason why I'm saying is because we're talking, we talk numbers. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm getting this for every view, for every hour that that someone is watching my documentary, that money is coming into my account. So if you understand what I'm saying, it's like, it doesn't have to necessarily be a product. It doesn't necessarily have to be a service. It doesn't necessarily have to be, anything. It's just do something. Just do something. Whether you're doing anything on YouTube or you want to start a YouTube show, people are monetizing off of views. This is how they make money, by if you're able to give them content where people can stay on their platform and ads can be ran, you will get compensated for it. So this is what I'm telling everybody, man. People are so talented, especially our people. We are so talented, man. You see people on TikTok, you see on Instagram, this and that, man, monetize that. Take advantage, take control of your life. Hit me up. You can hit me up at Darius at thevigorgroup.com. Andrea, share the link with you. But, just hit me up. I like to give people guidance. I don't like to tell people, oh, you should get in this business or you should do this. I like to feel for it, get a chance to interview you, understand your thoughts. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that passion, because whatever you want to get into, first and foremost, you better have that passion. Once you got that passion, your next round, then you can be less passionate because you got the money. You know what I mean? But start off with the passion. Start off with the passion, because you're going to need that passion. I'm telling you, boy. But and just keep it moving, man. Just keep it moving, bro. That's all we got to do, is just keep it moving, man. Stop being distracted and just let's focus on the prize, man. Let's focus on that prize. Yeah. And I want to show, and I told you I had a surprise for you, right?
Yeah,
so
show me
what I
what
was telling you.
Yeah.
We turn liabilities to assets, right? So
that's right.
I'm gonna give you a little quick story, right? I was going through, I forgot what led me to it, but anyway, like the new Corvette popped up, bro. It popped up on an ad or something, bro. And I showed my wife. I was like, yo, I gotta get that. Like, that's crazy. I gotta get that. But me, I'm gonna tell you this. Like I said, Mr. Turn a liability to an asset. I do not like money just coming out of my account and I'm not getting that money back. Everything that I put out there, I need to get back. I got to send the children out to work, like my pops say, you know what I mean? So them kids can bring back that money, man, so we can grow the family. So
yes, sir.
I had to sit back and I had to think, bro, I'm going to get this joint. Now, how can I capitalize on getting this vehicle? Let me show it to you right here.
Yeah.
Well, you know that I work with a lot of different athletes. You know,
that's great.
You know that I work with a lot of different entrepreneurs. So
Absolutely.
when entrepreneurs come into town, my phone is ringing. Hey, bro, what's up, man? Hey, I got when you coming in? Hey, meet me up at the airport. They stopping by, they picking up the vehicle, bro. I have never paid one car note on this car, bro. I paid over MSRP because I wanted it that bad. You see what I'm saying? And right. I've never paid one single dollar, bro. I don't. Hey, people say, "Oh man, you ain't that ain't this and that, bro." I'm a G. I'm a G. Right. Understand that, because my mind is converted to getting G's. I'm not trying to just shine. You know what I mean? I like to look good, but we also gotta stack that, because with the philosophy that I may have, if I can pass that on to your audience and you can keep passing that on, bro, then that's how we gonna all win. That's how we gonna win, bro. So again, utilize these platforms, utilize the just the gifts that other people give you, man. And you know what I'm saying? And then go after things, man. Like, don't limit yourself. I used to be a type of person that's just like, you know, I'll go ahead and get it, and like, I don't want to shine, I don't do this because I didn't feel fully confident about it. You know what? Like, bro, you work hard for it, you attain it, you get it, you shine. That's what it is. You take care of your people. And that's what we want to do. That's what you're doing right now with your platform. You taking care of your people, bro. So that's what it is, man. Let's just keep this going on, man. You know how 2021 is going to be so nice, man, for us, bro. So nice for us, bro.
Yeah, 2021 is getting ready to be bananas, especially for those that have positioned themselves. Key word that you said, man, from everything that we've talked about tonight. And I told people, I said, listen, if you want to learn how to get to the bag, make sure you tune in tonight. And for me, if I could codify this whole experience or summarize this whole experience, I would say the greatest wealth strategy is belief.
Yeah, bro, That's it. Bro, you
The
just
greatest
gave out
wealth
the whole
is
secret.
belief.
You
Yeah.
just gave out the whole secret, whether it's digital economy, local economy, God's economy, whatever, bro. It is belief. That is the single most important asset that God has given to us, period. Period, bro. That's the
Yes,
belief.
sir.
With that belief, you can do remarkable things, bro, and bring upon abundance and prosperity, but not only for yourself, for your family and every generation to come. But first, you got to believe, man. You hit it right there on the point. You just got me hyped, man.
Hey, let's go.
You got me hyped, man.
Go.
You got me
Hey,
hyped.
bro, and and this is for everybody to know that you want some scriptural backing for it. Scripture says, "Remember, it's the Lord thy God that giveth thee power to get wealth." Here's the reason, though, that He might establish His covenant with you that He swore to your fathers, as is this day. So the same covenant, and we have a better covenant. The same covenant He swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's the same covenant that you have now, but it's better through Jesus Christ. The same covenant that He promised to Moses and to Aaron, that same covenant belongs to you. And for my Muslim brothers who we have the fatherhood of Abraham in common, that covenant still belongs to you. That covenant of celestial and terrestrial wealth. Like, this is about a mindset shift. Because you have to be able to attract to you what it is that you desire. And that starts with first checking your heart and your mind, and then understanding that Scripture also tells us that money answereth all things in the earth.
Right.
So if you have a problem in the earth realm, it can be met and satisfied by money.
Right. That's it, bro. And what we got to do is get out of that, the old way of thinking, like, oh, it's not holy to be rich. No, bro. It is very holy to be rich. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, because man, people out there, like, God gives us wealth so we can be able to share with others and help. And that may be wealth of mind, you know what I mean? The wealth of the pockets, whatever, bro. But the thing is, like they say, you gotta play the cards that was dealt to you. And when you play those cards, you're able to help other people play those cards well. Like, God may not start you off with a Rolls Royce and a silver spoon in your mouth, but you can work towards it.
You can work toward it.
You can inspire others, and that's how we do it. That's how we do it, man. Yeah, we may have started in third place, but bro, this is a marathon. Period. This is a marathon. Hey.
Yes, sir. So I need everybody out there. You heard about the digital economy. You heard about the local economy. You heard about God's economy. But let me tell you where it starts. And we broke it down. And I know, D, you got to go because it's the young king's birthday. So I'm not going to hold you much longer. But I do want people to know, leaving with this, if you don't hear anything else, the greatest wealth strategy for you going into 2021 is belief. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Whatever it is that you believe, you will begin. It will influence your thinking. It will influence your action. It will influence the circle of people that you are around. And here's a good note: is that when you begin to believe for greater, please expect a disruption in your current relationship.
Right. That's facts. That's facts.
It's going to happen.
That's facts.
So,
super facts.
Yeah, if you want greatness, you can't hang with people that will settle for mediocrity. If you want to go to the next level in greatness, you can't hang with people that will settle for good. You have to be with somebody that will always challenge you to go for great. Understand that progress is a process, and listen, it's so many opportunities out here that all you have to choose is one that you want to master.
Right. That's right. And have that belief.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you 1,000%. And when I fly into Atlanta, I'm gonna have to go ahead and swoop him up.
Okay. And yo, and before I go, bro, I want to give a shout out to my brother Joe, man. He called me and gave me a very good stock tip yesterday. And it did remarkable. So I told him, I was like, I'm gonna give you a shout out when I get on this podcast, bro, because I really appreciate that. Because he kind of, I like to be dead set in my mind, and he kind of invited me to belief. to believe a little bit more, with that stock. And it
Right.
worked. So, shout out to my brother, man. I appreciate that.
Shout out to Joe, man. Thanks for the stock tip. We might have to have Joe kick a stock tip this way, see what he's talking about.
Hey, I got you. We don't have to go. I'm gonna put you in this chat. I'm gonna put you in
All
this
right,
chat
bet.
room with us, bro.
Yo,
bro,
yo.
it's been a pleasure, bro. I appreciate it again, man.
Oh, like always, man, give my love to the family. And listen, when we get ready to shape this belief, we going for everything we're doing is to be freedom hungry.
That's it. Freedom
everything
hungry,
that
bro.
we're doing, freedom
Coming
hungry,
soon.
brother. Yes,
soon.
sir.
All right,
man.
All right, peace.
Yep. All right, so to all the listeners that are out there on the Drawing Board podcast, I hope and I know that the wealth of what we shared tonight to challenge you. I know you were thinking we're getting ready to give stock investments and tips about where to place your money or where to allocate your dollars. I know you probably were maybe coming into the room thinking like, oh man, these guys are getting ready to tell me what the next wave is, what the next bubble is. We did talk a little bit about some industries and some organizations that have great models for you to follow or opportunities for you to engage in some e-commerce on their particular platforms. But our greatest wealth strategy for you today, right now, that is within your power to reconcile within yourself is to believe. Number one, believe that God has a plan for your life and that it's good and not evil. It'll bring you to an expected end, give you a future and a hope. Secondly, I want you to believe that remember it's the Lord thy God that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he might establish his covenant with you as he swore unto your fathers, as is this day. Thirdly, I want you to know the scripture lets us know that money answereth all things in the earth. So yes, prayer is extremely powerful. We need that. That's a part of the covenant. Praise and worship, extremely powerful. That creates a conduit for us to have a powerful exchange spiritually with the Lord. For us to be able to sit under a powerful faith leader who will teach us, train us, educate us, and equip us. That's the four pillars at my church, Kano's International Church, where my pastor is the Chief Apostle, Dr. Carol E. Dixon. So if you are not a pastor, you need a pastor. You need someone that can help to steward and to shepherd your soul. That is what I'm sharing with you, is that you're not going to be able to get there by yourself. You're going to need someone that is standing in agreement with you. What does scripture tell us about agreement? It says that if any two touching as agreeing on anything of the earth, anything on the earth, it shall be done of the Father which is in heaven. Before you get super spiritual about it, I want you to learn the principle of it so that you can apply it, like Darius said, and activate your faith today. What does faith come by? Faith come by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. The greatest wealth strategy that you can employ for 2021 is for you to believe. First, believe in God. Secondly, believe in yourself. Thirdly, believe in the vision and the mission that's already on the inside of you, waking you up at night, waking you up early in the morning. You've been investing your money or spending your money in that direction because wherever your money is going, I want to let you know that's where your heart is. So wherever you are investing, spending, wasting, whatever you're doing with your money, however you're stewarding what you've been blessed with, that is where your heart is. If you find yourself as an educator and you find yourself, you don't even know how you're exhausting your budget to be able to bless the children at your school and in your classroom, man, listen, God is getting ready to revive and refresh with a new perspective in this digital virtual space, how you can do that even better. I would be remiss if I didn't take the time to shout out my school where I serve as a Dean of Climate and Culture at Dawson Elementary Middle School. The principal is Brother Curtis Brown. The assistant principal is Kimberly Dawkins. A host of staff, family, faculty, members, community. Listen, we are getting it done at Dawson Elementary Middle School. And to my brother Steve Banks, shout out to Cohort 4. Yeah, Cohort 4 is in the building. I said all that to say what? Is that today is a day of activation where I want you to come square and with yourself in the mirror. Your dreams have 100% chance of causing you to win. But you must believe and see that thing already won. Before you step on the battlefield, you have to see it won. And even when the results don't initially manifest in the way or that you see it in your spirit, as long as you have breath in your body, you have another chance and an opportunity not to try, but to do. I was speaking to someone who was really dear to my heart, and they were telling me that they couldn't find the motivation. They were looking to take action. They couldn't find sufficient motivation that led them to act or to activate what they believe in. And sometimes you don't have to always be motivated or inspired to act. Sometimes just the pure knowledge or having the principle of knowing what to do is enough. You heard Darius talk about it. Sometimes passion is what leads you to the purpose. But once you get to the purpose, of course, that passion stays resident, but it begins to take on some very intentional structures and shapes and organizations. And so I know sometimes you're looking for passion to show up like fire and excitement and all of this exuberance. But sometimes passion is showing up when you don't feel like it and making a solid and a sound decision, even when the feeling of motivation has left. You know what that's called? That's called commitment. I want to show you somebody that's passionate. When passion begins to take shape and form and it takes on a purpose, when passion takes on purpose, it becomes commitment. Commitment means that no matter what happens, up or down, left or right, good or bad, I'm staying in the fight because I what? Believe in what I stand for. That's a good place for me to segue and say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to a lot of you. And I want to share with you, and I want to slow down just to share with you for a moment. I have tons of products that are out there that will serve as great stocking stuffers. If you're in the Metro Detroit area and you buy today, listen, go ahead and go on thedrawingboardnation.com/shop. I'll let you see it. You can purchase there the drawing board shirt. You can also purchase the Here I Am shirt. You see it? Flip it around. Here I Am shirt based upon 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 4. When the Lord begins to call out to Samuel, Samuel's reply to the Lord, not knowing at the time that it was the Lord calling him, his response is, Here I am. Question, what is the Lord calling you to do? Because all of us have been called to do something. So when he has called you, you may not know the A to Z, but you can start what they used to tell me as a young man, start with the easiest place to enter into the will of God, and that is surrendering. Somebody just lift your hands and say, I surrender, Lord. And that's literally telling him, here I am. I can hear Apostle Dr. Oscar J. Dowdell Underwood singing that song, Lord, send me, I'll go. And essentially he's just saying, I have a surrendered life. And wherever, Lord, you want me to go, send me, I'll go. All right? And then, of course, the merchandise representing the brand, the Drawing Board Nation, this is Beyond Blue. We have T-shirts, we have crew necks, we have long sleeves, and then the books are available. You can get Mind Your Business, Self-Care Strategies, Mindfulness, self-care strategies and mindfulness practices designed to reduce the negative effects of stress. You can get that on Amazon. You can get the drawing board. It's also on Amazon. Make sure you get some stocking stuffers for your family, and we greatly appreciate your support. If the Drawing Board Nation has been a blessing to you at all, if you have received any information, inspiration, or revelation, those are another 3 components that show up and resident at my church under the Chief Apostle, Dr. Carol Lee Dixon. Whether you're getting information, inspiration, or revelation, if we have been a blessing to you in any way, please make sure that you reciprocate and show some support. I also want to tell you what I'm going to do next week. I was thinking about having another guest on because, you know, this will be the 5th Tuesday of the month. But here's what I'm going to do, especially for you, is that if you're thinking about entering into the world of being a professional speaker, being a motivational speaker, an empowerment speaker, an empowerment agent, however you want to title it. But if you're going to use your vocal giftings to help shape someone else's thinking, or you're going to inspire their spirit in their heart, if you are new in ministry, or if you are engaging in a virtual space and you are a teaching preacher, or you are a preaching teacher, however you want to say it, evangelists, prophets, apostles, if you're going to be using your mouthpiece at all for the edification, to exhort or to comfort anybody out there, next week I am going to talk to you about what it takes to be a speaker. I've been blessed to speak at several organizations. It was so funny. One time I was invited to an organization, and the person knew me from my role in the ministry. And I sent over my bio. And when you ask about me, I cannot share about my journey without mentioning my relationship with God. It's in Him that I live, move, and have my being. So the people wondered, was I getting ready to come and preach a message? And no, I didn't go and preach a message. I know how to go in and out of environments, like Paul said. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Look at the preceding verses. He says, I know how to be high. I know how to be low. I know how to be full. I know how to be hungry. And he essentially goes through this whole diatribe of his life experience and how he's able to go into different environments, become all things to all men that he might save them. And essentially was able to provide a professional development that was designed to lead that organization from effectiveness to greatness. I said all of that to say, I'm going to challenge you next week to come on. I'm going to have a very concrete method and way, show you some of my speaker secrets. That's what I'll call that next week, Speaker Secrets with Andre Ebron. And I'm going to give you some of my speaker secrets that will increase your level of confidence and give you another layer of competence that will increase your level of confidence and will give you another layer of competence as you begin to manifest your dreams, goals, to impact and transform the lives of others by being a conduit of information, inspiration, and revelation. Lastly, to everybody out there that is getting ready to get with your families for the holiday, or you're electing and making the choice to not gather with your families due to the current restrictions, I just want to tell you to be safe. The virtual space may be different and not ideal, but I do want to tell you it is a platform that you can engage your family. You may not be able to physically hug them, but I want to encourage you to do. Here's another, I'm sharing some real deep secrets today. My pastor would say, listen, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. So my family, we're starting a new tradition. Hey, I'll share it with you. Maybe you want to do it with your family as well. So instead of having a big Christmas dinner, we're going to do a brunch. It's going to be called the Silver Spoon Brunch. I know, pretty dope, right? Yeah, pretty dope. I put this out here, trademark the name right now. I'm joking, but I'm serious. The Silver Spoon Brunch. And we're going to enjoy ourselves. And we're going to start a new tradition. I figure out what you can do to highlight the positive of what's happening in your family, even amidst such great challenges. Here's where I'm going to end today. I know I'm ending a couple of minutes early, but I want to end with this thought, that anything that you desire to do with your life, because it is your choice, it is your life, make sure you are fully informed. Make sure that you bet on yourself. If you're going to take a risk, even if you're a person who's generally averse to risk or risk averse, I challenge you to take a risk on your dreams, a risk on your goals, a risk on a plan that you have been setting to the side for years, because nobody is winning with you settling for this mediocre lifestyle. Nobody, listen, I don't care what you say. There is no level of sacrifice for someone else that if it causes you to shrink on your goals and your dreams, that meets and satisfies what they really need. They need you operating at 100%. And if you're the person that's always sacrificing in the relationship, something is wrong. There has to be a reciprocal balance to all of those things. Now, there is short-term sacrifice, long-term gain. You know, husband and wives, families do it all the time. You go to school, I'll hold it down. I go to school, you hold it down. We both are holding it down for the family and for the kids. But listen, get that vision board and write that vision, make it plain so they that see it, so you who see it may run with it. There's too much greatness on the inside of you for you to be settling to operate at such a small level. Listen, talk that talk. Begin to declare and decree those things that you believe. Scripture said, I believe, therefore I speak. And so stop letting your mouth reproach what's in your heart. Stop delaying your own blessing by what's coming out of your mouth. Start decreeing those things that be not as though they were. And that's the way they'll have to line up. And literally, you may not start off with that strong faith or belief. Jude tells us we must build ourselves up in our most holy faith. You may not start off believing so strong and so convinced that what you think is going to happen will happen. But the more that you speak it, the more that you'll find that your life begins to align to what it is that you're saying. And anyone that is willing to speak against your dreams, your goals, you don't have to get into a bad place with them. You don't have to take on any negative emotions or feelings about that. That's literally their opinion, their position. And it's okay if they don't believe in you, because guess what? They weren't there when God wrote the plan out for you. They weren't there. So as long as you agree with the word, and God will lead you to a faith community that will come in agreement and watch this and speak life to the dream that he placed inside of you. And some of you say, I've been searching for that a long time. I can only recommend right now Kano's International Church, where my pastor is the chief apostle. I can guarantee that words of life will be spoken to you, and that life will translate to the light of men. Yeah, I went to John on you right there. The LIFE will become the LIGHT of men. That's another Carol Dixon 101 from the scripture base. I'm just feeling my pastor tonight and just encouraging you all to definitely tap in. Go to her website right now, caroldixon.net. It'll bless you. I'm sharing all my secrets tonight. All right. So meet me tomorrow. Meet me next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. with Speaker Secrets with Andre Ebron. I'll put out some collateral to remind you. But if the Drawing Board podcast has blessed you at all, make sure you comment below. Begin to testify. Tell me, how are we helping you? If you have any questions about any of the topics or any of the speakers that you've ever seen on this platform, they have continued to avail themselves and they are accessible. So any questions that you have, any comments that you have, any constructive criticism that you may have, I welcome that too. So with all that being said, I want you to know that your future is not behind you. It is not before you. It is within you. And I'm Andre Ebron, wishing you a Merry Christmas. And we'll be back on before the new year. But I got to say it before I go, Jesus is the reason for the season. God bless you.